Alexei Navalny was murdered, and it is important that we in this House call it out for what it was, because that is what he deserves. Following his murder, I was also in Munich, where I heard his wife, Julia, ask for us to stand by her. That is what we must now do. The US threatened over a year ago that there would be significant repercussions if Navalny was murdered. Biden must now deliver on that threat, or we will see more lives taken, such as that of Vladimir Kara-Murza. In addition, will my right honourable friend and I reiterate the calls for the seizing of central bank assets? I would make the point that that was done before the UN Security Council froze and seized Iraqi assets. So we have a precedent. There is no reason for us to find new legislation or other ways to do so. But beyond that, we do need to pursue a special tribunal on the crime of aggression. Will we consider also sanctioning Russia's deposit insurance agency? And finally, to hit the heart of Putin's economy, will we urge the US to release more oil and therefore drive down prices?
Well, Madam Speaker, I'm very grateful to the Honourable Lady who speaks with authority, and I'm grateful for her reflections on her meeting in Munich. She's right to use the word murder. We do seek to hold the state and the Russian leadership to account. Of course, I can't comment on the American position, but with regard to our policy with regard to Russian state assets, we will continue to look at the appropriate legal path to ensuring that that which is frozen might be utilised to bring benefit to those affected by this outrageous and illegal war in Ukraine. In terms of accountability, a special tribunal is one of the things that we are considering, together with our Ukrainian allies and Sir Howard Morrison, and there's been a large degree of institutional work together with Ukrainians and the G7 group in regard to that. So we will continue to find the best mechanism possible that might sit alongside the ICC, which has already, of course, indicted Putin, and that indictment for crimes with relation to trafficking children did have an impact on his travel plans. So it does. Sometimes the cogs of justice can turn slowly, but they do turn surely. She mentioned a good point about the insurance agency. I can't comment on that now. And she also asked about the flows of oil, which, again, I can't make any comment, but we are focused in a laser-like way on the economic impact of our sanctions in the round. And I should say that this House should have confidence that when you take our actions as part of the G7 response, the economic impact and the extent to which G7 and international actions in terms of sanctions, the way that they have impacted the ability for Putin to fund his war, have been very, very significant, to the tune of billions.